Well, hey, Woodside family, Pastor Chris here. I am so fired up to be with you. You know, once a year, we set aside a month to share with you the big vision that God has in store for our future. And you know, over the next several weeks, I'll talk about the important and critical role that our campuses and dream centers play in that vision coming to pass. I want to celebrate what God has done as we get prepared to talk about what He's going to do in the future. Over this past year, we were able to make the final payment on the $5 million bond initiative that it took to build our Troy campus back in 2005. I can officially say to you today that Woodside is debt-free. And that is worth celebrating and praising God over. In addition to that, we also launched our 15th campus and welcomed our Downriver family as we commit to reaching that beautiful community. On top of that, I'm so excited for what God is doing in Algonac as they moved into a long-term home, as renovations have already begun to take place that will give them the capacity to reach 400 people every weekend as they gather together to worship our great God and King. And we are so excited to announce the completion of the Romeo campus build. Now that we have completed the new build out and worship center at Romeo, it doubles their capacity for reaching their community with the love and truth of the gospel. These are incredible accomplishments, and God has been so gracious and good to us. But these can only happen because of your generosity. And so, Woodside family, I want to say thank you for being a big-hearted, generous church that makes this possible as we reach the world for the gospel of Jesus Christ. You know, there's so many stories that I could tell to celebrate all that God has done. But today, I want to introduce you to one family from our Romeo campus that I believe will bless you tremendously.
There are people leaving our parking lot after circling and circling looking for spots. You know, people, if they happen to find a spot, they're coming in and they're leaving because they're literally going to stand in a hallway and they can't hear or see anything. You know, you can't come to church, essentially, you know, because there's nowhere to put you.
My name is Tim O'Day, and this is my wife, Mallory, and we started attending Woodside Romeo about 3 years ago. And, you know, it was a very large congregation-wise, and a lot of people packed into a small space, but it had that small town family atmosphere that we were looking for. And
every time we came in, they would remember us, you know, coming back, and even though they don't know you, it's like they know you or they want to know you.
We started coming every weekend. It was just, again, very clear that the old sanctuary was at not only max capacity, but we had the overflow room in our basement with people watching the service on a TV screen from upstairs, and oftentimes on Sundays the overflow room would be filled as well, and you'd have people out in the hallway. And
there was one Sunday, some friends of ours were trying to meet us, and I texted her, you know, are you guys here? Are you coming? And she's like, we're actually downstairs. I don't know if we're gonna stay. She's like, I wanna stay, but they sent us to the overflow room, which now is also full, and she said, we're standing in the hallway. We can't even see the screen. Something had to change. It had to be done.
As the expansion was nearing completion and we were getting ready to start coming into the new sanctuary after touring it the first time, I got worried that we were going to lose that small church feel and that family atmosphere, and kind of the opposite has happened.
We actually had somebody on our ministry team. He explained, you know, he's like, you know, actually we used to go here back when it was older. We liked it, we wanted to come, but there just wasn't always opportunity for it. And so now that with the expansion, they're in here, they're plugged in, they've done their Next Steps class, they are now serving, both him and his wife, and it's great. And there's so many people like that. It really just knit everyone together.